Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. Hey, in this video, I'm going to be talking about shotgunning and specifically learning how to successfully bait your opponents when you're using a shotgun. Now, one of the biggest mistakes, that's not a word, mistakes, this actually sounds like a decent dessert, probably somewhere. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes that shotgunners often make is that they assume that since they have a shotgun, that means that they can run and gun, right? Just bum rush in. But unfortunately, that will not yield as many kills as you may think it will yield. So you need to learn how to get good at baiting your opponents into your shotgun instead of just bum rushing in with your shotgun and expecting to get easy kills, because as many opinions as I have about shotguns in this game, when it all comes down to it, here is the cold hard truth. Shotgunning is not as easy as people may think that it is. Now here you'll see getting some successive kills with the shotgun, and it was all about baiting, right? I used my vertical space, I baited them into a doorway, and I was able to get actually a couple of back-to-back team wipes in a salvage game when I was 2v3 and I was kind of fighting an uphill battle. Now here again, using that vertical space to bait people back to back into this doorway, and then I can push in and get a third kill. See, when you're using a shotgun, you're still just as squishy as you are from at range. Now here you see I try to bait that doorway, but then I quickly see that he is going on a flanking route, and I can go on a cutoff route. So even still, it's baiting in a sense when you force someone onto a flanking route because they're smart enough to read their radar well enough to know that you're trying to bait the door. You can bait a different door. So, and then here, this is the bait and switch. That was me running away for an instance and then turning on him and making him think that he had the upper hand because he had me running. And then here's a nice two-piece. Now check out this approach. I see the bullet trails, so I know exactly where this guy is. So I go high over his line of sight and then slide around the corner. It's an easy kill because I had the upper hand. Then I use the grenade on the left to push the guy to the right. I know exactly where he's going to be as I'm also baiting the revive, and then it's an easy kill. Here you see back-to-back, the same strategy working out for back-to-back kills, jumping up high over cover and making that my approach. So vertical space is a huge part about being successful when being a shotgunner in Destiny. It's all about using your verticality, baiting doorways, baiting choke points, and then here you see even baiting sniper ledges. This is a popular spot. I look straight up, easy kill, just shoot the guy right in the groin, and then I can start making my approach. I actually get a nice 3 kills back to back, just because it all started with baiting one sniper ledge. So also knowing what are popular spots on the map that people like to gravitate towards, where they tend to congregate, and little head glitches. And you're going to see that in some other gameplay later in the video where I bum rush a popular head glitch from a vertical position high over the guy's line of sight. Yields an easy kill. Here, anticipating floofing. I call it floofing. Titans and Warlocks have a tendency to jump and just kind of hover up in the air to try to avoid fire. You can anticipate that, and when you get shots on them, you see they're a Titan or a Warlock, you can bet your sweet bippy they're probably going to start floofing way up in the air to try and avoid a firefight. Now here you see using the radar, and I tried to bait this corner, he didn't bite, but then I know that he's trying to bait me. It's sort of like counter baiting, right? I jumped up way up over his line of sight and floofed around that corner so that I get the easy kill. Now check this out, using that vertical space to get multiple kills back to back as people are pushing me back here. I keep just jumping after, but here's the trick. The jump, it's not just about bunny hopping all over the place, because that's pretty predictable. It's all about jumping the moment that you break line of sight. Because if you try and do that floof business when people can see you, it's game over, dude. Like you just saw me take out that floofer on Vertigo, right? It's pretty easy to see when people start floofing. So you have to make your jumps. Even hunters can do this, especially hunters with triple jump or bones of AOs. Guys do this all the time. In fact, sometimes it's even better on hunter with bones or triple jumps. Guys do this all the time with increased control even, where they will break line of sight, and then they're going to start using their verticality, using the multiple jumps that are available to them as a hunter to go bop, bop, bop up in the air and sort of maintain a position that is advantageous as you're waiting for people to come around the corner. But that is the trick. You have to start doing your jump after you break line of sight, because if you start your jump when they can still see you, then they will be onto your schemes. They will shut you down pretty quickly, pretty easily. So make sure that doesn't happen to you. Wait to floof, wait to jump until you break line of sight. You can even do it when you're dancing with people around cover like this. Okay, we're just kind of having an awkward firefight. Use the box as a means of breaking line of sight and re-engaging. And here, floofing. I floofed because he couldn't see me yet. If he had come around that corner, I would not have started floofing, because I would have been an easy target up in the air. Especially when you're using a primary like an AR. Anytime you're using a primary that is not a hand cannon, floofing is very dangerous because you sacrifice a lot of your accuracy. It's sort of a high risk, high reward thing. So do not floof when people can still see you. Wait to start your floof until after you break a line of sight. That is quite honestly the best tip that I can give you when it comes to baiting opponents into your shotgun. People like to push their kills, so anytime that you take damage, that's a good time to sort of back off into a doorway or past a choke point and try and bait guys into it. And then you see here, I'm going to use this little choke point here to rack up a number of kills. So I'm just kind of baiting guys into these tight areas where it's easy to get shotgun kills. I'm going to back off to get me some breathing room, and then I'm using all these little boxes and cover around the entrance to bridge here just to give me safe approaches, and using grenades to sort of cover my escapes. So make sure that you are not just thinking, hey, I've got a shotgun, I can run in. You're gonna get your your hopes up, and then they're gonna get ruined pretty quickly, because unfortunately that's really not how it works. I know a lot of people like to say that. People like to say, oh, equip shotgun, profit, right? The ticket to success, equip shotgun, profit. There, I just saved you a whole video, right? No, unfortunately that's not how it works. You actually do have to put some creative thought into the way that you use your shotgun, and you know, it doesn't matter what archetype it is. The baiting strategy really works. So use your primary when you're in primary range, when you're in these open engagements where people already see you. But when people are pursuing you, when you have the you have that unique position where there's no line of sight, but you have radar to tell you where they are, that's a really good time to pull out that shotgun and bait guys into it. So hey, I hope that some of these tips have been helpful. I hope that the gameplay sort of showcased what I was talking about adequately, and hopefully you gleaned something from it. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate y'all so very much, and looking forward to more streams with my new setup, my new stream PC, and I'll also, people have been asking, so I'll make a video showcasing my new setup. So catch you in the Crucible, guys.
No, they're great. I've just never seen you use them for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fusion rifles either.
Stand up, stand. There you go. Talk right in there. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Say how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Say I like choo-choos.
I like choo-choos.
Good job. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Wave over here. Wave right there. Can you wave?
Bye-bye.
Wave at it. Good job, buddy.
See ya, buddy.